Hello everyone, welcome back to the POPSICLE KNIGHT channel. My name is Joseph. Thank you so much for clicking on this video. Please don't forget to click the like button if you like this video or hit the thumbs down if you don't. Also, if you enjoy the contents of this channel, consider subscribing if you haven't already. So for today, we'll be taking a look at Zeraora V from Chilling Reign set. But before that, don't forget to look for MARNIE throughout this video. It may pop up for just a second, so keep your eyes peeled. Again, these code giveaways are compliments of PTCGO If you want to purchase PTCGO online codes, there will be a link in the description below, or use my promo code KNIGHT22 at checkout for a 5% discount. Thank you to PTCGO Store and thank you for all of your support. So now let's take a look at Zeraora V. It is a basic, lightning, and a rapid strike Pokemon with 210 HP. It has 2 retreat cost and it has weakness to fighting. It only has 1 attack, Cross Fist. For 1 lightning and 2 colorless, it will deal 100 base damage. However, if one of your other rapid strike Pokemon used an attack during your last turn, this attack will also do 160 damage to one of your opponent's benched Pokemon. That's a total of 260 damage dealt to your opponent, which is incredible. First of all, we can easily pay out this attack with the help of the Rapid Strike energy, which acts as 2 in any combination of water or fighting energies in 1. So we can say that for only 2 energies, we can use this attack. This attack can also be used in combination with other cards to further increase its attack. First, we have the new Rapid Strike Passimian with the ability Throwing Coach. It increases the damage dealt by your Rapid Strike Pokemon to your opponent's bench Pokemon V or Pokemon GX by 30 damage. This ability does not stack though, but the increase is very significant. We can also use the Telescopic Sight Tool card, which can also increase bench damage to your opponent's Pokemon V and GX by 30 damage. So taking a look at Zeraora V's attack, when we use Telescopic Sight, along with Passimian's ability, it can increase 60 damage, which will deal up to 220 damage to your opponent's benched Pokemon V or GX. And that's a total of 320 damage to your opponent's Pokemon in total. So we'll center our strategy on this combo. The only requirement we have to fulfill though is to attack with a different Rapid Strike Pokemon on the previous turn before using this attack. Only then can Zeraora V attack your opponent's bench. If not, it will only attack the active for 100 damage. One issue that I have with Zeraora V is its attack damage it deals to the active though, because 100 damage will not be enough to knock out most Pokemon. Especially if you're up against VMAX Pokemon, you'll only leave Zeraora in the active, open for an attack, and you'll end up losing 2 prize cards because of it. So what we'll do is pair Zeraora V with Rapid Strike Weavile. It has 110 HP, it has 1 retreat cost, and is weak to metal. It has 2 attacks, but we're going to center our attention only to its first attack. 2-hit KO for just 1 colorless energy. During your next turn, if the defending Pokemon is damaged by an attack from a Rapid Strike Pokemon, it will be knocked out. So this attack, while it deals no damage, will leave an effect to the defending Pokemon. All you have to do is deal at least 10 damage to the defending Pokemon the next turn by a Rapid Strike Pokemon, and it will automatically get knocked out. This will solve Zeraora V's lackluster attack damage to the active. It won't just deal 100 damage, no, it will instantly knock out your opponent's active Pokemon. Weavile and Zeraora V combos very well because Weavile's attack requires an attack on your next turn, while Zeraora V requires an attack the previous turn to do the bench damage. These two really complement each other. One issue we have with this combo is that your opponent can just easily retreat their active Pokemon, removing the 2-hit KO effect on it. So to counter that, we'll be using 2 copies of Galar Mine Stadium, which will increase both active Pokemon's retreat cost by 2 energy, and this will make it more difficult for your opponent to retreat. Although there are other means that your opponent can get their Pokemon out of the active, it will still use up their resources, and that's what makes Weavile a very disruptive card, in that it always puts a pressure on your opponent to switch out and back. While this stadium also affects your Pokemon, we will have a few copies of Switch and also Bird Keeper, which acts as a switch, and it also allows you to draw 3 cards. And I also have 2 copies of Tower of Water Stadium, giving our Rapid Strike Pokemon with 2 energy retreat cost less, just in case we need an easier retreat strategy on some occasions. For my support Pokemon, I have Octillery, which has proven itself to be very useful in this build. It has the ability Rapid Strike Search. You can only use one of this ability per turn, and if you use this ability, you can search your deck for any one Rapid Strike card, reveal it, and put it into your hand. This is great for searching out Rapid Strike components such as Zeraora V, any of our WEAVILE line, and our Rapid Strike Energy, Rapid Strike Scroll of the Skies, which is a tool card allowing your Rapid Strike Pokemon to have the powerful attack Grav Drop. For 1 lightning and 1 colorless, it will deal 10 plus damage and 50 more damage for each energy attached to your opponent's active Pokemon. And the fact that you can attach this to any Rapid Strike Pokemon makes it a very useful tool card. This can even make Remoraid knock out some VMAXs. So I really like including this in my Rapid Strike builds where possible. Octillery can also search out Spiral Energy. Since we can only have 4 special energies in your deck, the Rapid Strike Energy will not always be available, so having 4 extra Rapid Strike type energy will help Octillery to search out energies when we need it. Spiral Energy is considered every type of energy but provides only 1 energy, and it prevents paralysis. And when we need to draw into more cards, Octillery can also search out Corina's Focus. This Rapid Strike supporter allows you to draw cards until you have 6 in your hand. Another Pokemon that Octillery can search out for is the Blaziken VMAX line. It has 320 HP with 2 attacks. The first one is Clutch. For 1 fire energy, it can deal 60 damage, and it prevents your opponent's defending Pokemon from retreating. And its second attack is Max Blaze. For 2 colorless energy, which we can easily pay out with 1 Rapid Strike energy, it will deal 130 damage. And then you can choose up to 2 of your bench Rapid Strike Pokemon and attach 1 energy card from your discard pile to each of them. And the energy can be a basic or a special energy, so this is a great way to recycle our Rapid Strike energy from the discard pile back into play. While this will not be the central strategy of this particular build, Blaziken VMAX can be very helpful too because it helps to quickly accelerate energy to Zeraora V. It fulfills the Rapid Strike Pokemon to attack the previous turn, which perfectly sets up Zeraora V's attack in the next turn. And Blaziken also adds a fire type to this build, so it's a really nice inclusion to this build. And speaking of energy acceleration, I also have Tapu Koko Prism Star on this build while it's still in the format. It has the ability Dance of the Ancients. This ability will put this card in the Lost Zone, which basically means you can only use it once per game. The ability allows you to choose up to 2 of your bench Pokemon, and you can attach 1 basic lightning energy to each of the 2 Pokemon you chose. So this is great at accelerating an extra energy really fast during your turn. I also have the Dene GX for its Dene Change ability. If you put it from your hand to the bench, you can discard your hand and then draw 6 cards. And lastly, I have Mew with the Bench Barrier ability. And if your opponent also plays this Mew, which can be very disruptive against our Zeraora V's bench attack, the best way to deal with this is to just Boss's Order it and knock it out. So naturally, we'll also have copies of Boss's Orders in this build. As for the item cards, I have Evolution Incense, which will help us get our Evolution Pokemon, Ordinary Rod to help us put 2 Pokemon and or 2 basic energy from the discard pile back to the deck. Pokegear 3.0 is also really helpful because this allows you to look at the top 7 cards of your deck, reveal a supporter card you find there, and put it into your hand. This is great at searching out supporter cards. And I also have Quick Ball to search out our basic Pokemon. As for the rest of the deck, I have 2 copies of Marnie and 2 copies of Skyla, which can help find trainer cards from our deck. This combos well with Octillery, allowing you to find 2 cards you really need when you need it. Makes a huge difference. And finally, I have 4 basic lightning energy, along with a full set of 2 different Rapid Strike energies for a total of 12 energies in this build. And that's pretty much it. My deck list will be in the description below, but enough talk, let's see some gameplay. Alright, we win the coin flip, and we will go first. Now we're gonna have to mulligan here. Yeah, everybody just be careful. The pandemic is definitely still out there with the new variant and everything, so just be careful. CDC has told us to just wear a mask even if you're vaccinated, and just be careful. Stay safe, everybody, okay? We are gonna start off with the Sneasel, which is really great. And we get to set up our Octillery in our bench already, our Octillery line. Having Sneasel in the active, I don't really mind. We can attach this Rapid Strike energy because we can always just evolve it into Weavile, and then we can knock out the Pokemon that's in the active right away. We are up against an Inteleon VMAX deck, along with Inteleon Shady Dealings, I suppose, and they're gonna hammer away our Rapid Strike energy, which is, I guess it's okay. I mean, we have Blaziken VMAX to kind of get that out of the discard pile and put it back in play, but they are playing a water type, and Blaziken VMAX is weak against water, so I don't think it's gonna be a good thing to set up Blaziken VMAX in this matchup. So I'm gonna go ahead and use Evolution Incense to get our Octillery. We can always get another Rapid Strike thing, and we have Skyla to also get a trainer card. We can evolve into Weavile. Let's see, we can also use, I mean, we don't have any energy set up yet, so I think Rapid Scroll of Skies would be good. I can put that into our Sneasel, and then I can always just use the Quick Ball to get the Dene GX, which we do have. We can use this Dene change ability, so we can draw into 6 cards. All we need is 1 energy anyways. It doesn't matter which energy, but unfortunately we don't get it. And Mew is a great addition to our bench now, especially Inteleon VMAX does hit for bench damage. So with Octillery, I'm just gonna get Spiral Energy and Zeraora V, because they can just knock out our Sneasel. Although I could use Sneasel's attack to discard Inteleon's energy, so cut down. But unfortunately, we were unsuccessful with the coin flip. I was hoping to stall by discarding the energy on Inteleon V, and then maybe we'll have a chance to evolve into Weavile and do our 2-hit KO from that point forward. But you know what, even if we did that though, they could just evolve into Inteleon VMAX, which they do, and they could just knock out our Sneasel because it already has 40 damage on it. So with just 1 energy, yeah, Hydro's Knife will be enough to knock it out anyway. So even if we discarded their energy, they could just get another energy to put onto Inteleon VMAX. But let's see, we can put the Dene in the active, but I think I'm just gonna put Zeraora V in the active for now. We have free retreats anyways because of the Tower of Waters. I'm gonna use Corina's Focus, and we got another Sneasel, and we'll put Tapu Koko Prism Star in the bench as well. And I'm gonna use Octillery to find I think energy is what we need to start building up here, and I'm gonna put that on Zeraora V. I think I'm just gonna retreat here, because if we leave Zeraora V in the active, they can just attack and then put that energy back into our hand, which is not good, because we're gonna be having a hard time completing the energy requirement for us to start attacking. But they're gonna use Crushing Hammer. Come on, Tails. Okay, good. They're utilizing Crushing Hammers in their build, but they were successful in the beginning, but not this time. And let's see, they don't have enough energy to knock out our Dene GX anyway, so I'm good with that. And we get a Passimian, which is great. Let's go ahead and use Octillery to get our Spiral Energy. And we will need to do our 2 combo here. We'll have to attack. Let's just use Cut Down. Okay, nice. We were successful at discarding their energy. So that counts as an attack. So now Zeraora V can attack the active and also attack the bench in our next turn now. So it sets it up. Because if you don't attack with a Rapid Strike in a previous turn, another Rapid Strike in a previous turn, Zeraora won't hit for that bench damage. So our Sneasel can actually survive an attack from this Inteleon VMAX because it only has 1 energy. It's only gonna hit for 60 damage. It could put back the energy that I have on Sneasel, but that's fine. I could just reattach that to our Zeraora V, and then we can start attacking. Inteleon VMAX is weak against lightning. Oh, what is he gonna do? He's gonna boss's order our Zeraora V. Okay, so that changes a little bit of our plan here. But you know what? Even then, we can use Zeraora V to attack the bench. But you know what? If they put our energy back to our hand, then Zeraora V will not have the right energy requirement to attack. So that will disrupt our energy because of Inteleon's attack. So, but you know what? That's okay for now, I guess. What I could do is use Octillery to get a Weavile, and hopefully they don't retreat. Let me just retreat. It's free anyways because of our stadium. Reattach the Rapid Strike energy. Let's get our Weavile. We have an energy on Sneasel anyways. Evolve into Weavile. Now we can use our 2-hit KO. So that 2-hit KO is actually very disruptive. It puts a lot of pressure on our opponent. So now what they're gonna need to do is attach an energy, hard retreat, or they need to switch to get this Inteleon VMAX out of the active. Otherwise, once we hit it, it's gonna knock it out. The inclusion of the Spiral Energy is really good with this build also because Octillery can find that energy. If there's no other way to... If we put, like, for example, all lightning energies, basic lightning energy, we can only find 4 energies from the deck. And those Rapid Strike energy are just water and fighting types, and that really doesn't fulfill Zeraora's attack cost, which requires a lightning energy. So the Spiral Energy helps out in that it is a rainbow energy. It can act as a lightning energy for Zeraora, and also we can find it from the deck using Octillery, and when we fulfill the energy requirement we can attack. So let's see what our opponent chooses to do here. They will have to retreat, but no, they're just gonna Hydro Snipe our Weavile. And this is gonna be the demonstration, guys. If you don't read the effects of your opponent's attack, this is the result. So I'm just gonna use Octillery to get a Scroll of Skies. We can attach it on Weavile, which can be helpful in the later part of this game. Switch into Zeraora V. We have the energy requirement, and with the Telescopic Sight, I think we have more than enough attack damage to knock out that Dedenne GX on their bench as well. So here we go, guys. 5 prizes with 1 attack. Cross Fist, Dedenne GX, instantly knocks out Inteleon VMAX for 5 prizes. 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. And there you have it. All we have to do is reattach our Rapid Strike energy, knock out this Inteleon, which is also weak to lightning, and that will win us the game. Good game. Alright, so moving on to the next match, we win the coin flip. I always go first with this build. We have Sneasel in our hand, so I will be putting that in the active, I think, and we can put Zeraora V and also Passimian in the bench. Not much to go by here. We have Pokegear 3.0, 2 of them, so we can get a supporter, but not until next turn. So we're gonna rely on our top deck here to see what we... Oh my god. Okay. Let's get Marnie. I think Marnie is good. We will need that to shuffle. Let's go ahead and see if we can get a better. Karina's focus is good too. Maybe Skyla. I think I'll get Skyla just in case. Maybe we'll just evolve Sneasel into Weavile or something. I'm gonna go. I can. Should I? I mean, yeah. Let's just play that. Play Galar Mine to prevent our opponent from retreating. So we are up against a Stonjourner V so far. So they're gonna play Avery, which also reduces our bench size to 3. But good thing we don't have any more Pokemon, so that's okay. But it drew them into 3 cards. So I think I'm just gonna Marnie. It will reduce their hand size, our opponent's hand size, and then get us 5 cards. We get a Dedenne GX, which is great. We get energies, which is also great. Let's see. We'll need to discard lightning energies to set up Tapu Koko, but for now, I'm gonna go ahead and put a Rapid Strike energy on Zeraora V, discard the 1 energy, get a Remoraid so that we can set up our Octillery in our next turn. Hopefully, get Dedenne GX, use Dedenne change, I mean. And we're just gonna pass. We get more energies, which is great. Zeraora is weak against fighting though, so that's not gonna be good. Oh, and then they're gonna use Avery, but that's okay. We can just discard our Dedenne GX, which will reduce liability. Because Dedenne is also weak against fighting, which could be a liability with this matchup. So again, Zeraora V is weak against fighting. So we'll have to make it count when we put it in the active to attack. They are using Viridian Forest. I can use that to discard one of my basic lightning energy and set that up for Tapu Koko, which could be useful later on. I can also use Skyla. They're gonna knock out our Sneasel, unfortunately. I could have evolved into Weavile to knock out the. I mean, if they evolve it into VMAX though, it will remove the 2-hit KO effect. So we would have had to wait anyways before using the 2-hit KO. So I'm gonna go ahead and just discard the lightning, get another lightning. We can set that up one more time for our Tapu Koko. Ordinary Rod and just get Sneasel and Dedenne GX back into the deck. Dedenne could be helpful later on too if we need to find a card. So I'm gonna use Skyla to get Evolution Incense. Octillery really plays a good chunk of the strategy, or a part of the support for this build, because it really just gets you whatever Pokemon you need, or Rapid Strike stuff in your deck. So I'm gonna go ahead and let's see. Yeah, let's just use Rapid Strike Search and let's see, get our Sneasel back into play. And I may have to sacrifice Passimian though. We could just get another one. We have 2 in the deck. And what I could do is energize Sneasel. I'm just hoping that our opponent evolves into Stonjourner VMAX already. That way, you know, once we use 2-hit KO effect on it, it's not gonna get removed if they evolve into an evolution, you know, because it basically becomes a new Pokemon, and the 2-hit KO will be removed. So they're also playing Sandakan V. They're gonna get another Stonjourner V. Okay. And they're using a Chinchino engine. There's the VMAX. Okay. That's what I was waiting for. And this is gonna be great because now all we need to do is use Octillery to get a Weavile evolution. They're gonna knock out Passimian, that's fine. We can spare one. Let's go ahead and put Sneasel in the active. We get another Zeraora. Let's Bird Keeper. We can always switch out anyways. And we actually get a Sneasel, or a Weavile to evolve into. Let's see, we can bump out their Stadium. But for now, let me switch into Weavile. Let me put another Zeraora V and put an energy on this Zeraora V. Because if they gust one of our Zeraoras, we have a backup, you know what I mean? Because if they have boss or something, we'll be safe. We have two Zeraora Vs to be able to attack. I'm just gonna get the our other Passimian to set up on our bench, bump out their Stadium, and then I'm gonna go for the 2-hit KO effect toward this Stonjourner. So Stonjourner has a large retreat cost. So if they don't have a switch to switch out into, they're gonna retain that 2-hit KO effect, and we can knock it out in our next turn. So they have to watch out. They need to have a switch, or at least put more energies on Stonjourner to hard retreat, which if they do, they'll lose all of that energy. So again, the 2-hit KO puts a lot of pressure on your opponent. I really like the fact that you can put that pressure on your opponent, which really fits in nicely with the Zeraora build, you know. And the disruption, because now they're gonna scamper to find like a trainer card to get their Pokemon out of the active, but they're gonna just knock out our Weavile. Again, you lose that one prize. They may be 3 prizes ahead, but here with Skyla, we are gonna get our telescopic sight. That's why I love Skyla in this build too. You can use Octillery to get the energy that we need, which Spiral Energy is there for, right? Attach it on Zeraora V, and we're just gonna Cross Fist to instantly knock out this Stonjourner VMAX, and I'm just gonna go for the other Stonjourner V in the bench for 5 prizes with 1 turn. Yet another victory for our Zeraora V. So again, guys, the combination between Weavile and Zeraora V is insane. If you can get it set up, this deck can beat ADP Zacian. I have videos for it, but I didn't use that footage because first of all, it's gonna rotate out soon, and I actually had a few changes to the build from that gameplay. So I'm basically using new gameplays here. I'm gonna go ahead and switch out to the other Zeraora V and get ourselves a Rapid Strike energy, so that we can put 3 energies on Zeraora V, and we can just hit 4 Cross Fist to hit the bench for 160, winning us the game. So awesome build, guys. You should try it out. It's, man, insane. Alright, so we will win the coin flip. We're gonna go first. With this Zeraora V build, you can actually set up 2 Zeraora Vs in play. So you can actually switch between Zeraora V so that you can continually attack for 160 in the bench every turn. But you'll have to switch out between your 2 Zeraora V, because Zeraora V's attack states that you have to be able to attack. You should have attacked with a different Rapid Strike Pokemon, and then you can attack the bench for 160. So each Zeraora V is like different when you switch into a different one. So they're both Zeraora Vs, but different type of Pokemon, or different Pokemon. So you can swap between those two and just keep hitting the bench. That's the only downside if you don't have any other rapid strike Pokemon and you can't attack on a previous turn, and Zeraora V will just be able to attack for 100 damage on the active. So this is our setup so far. We got Sneasel in the actives, another Sneasel in the bench. I put the energy on the bench because if our opponent can accelerate energy really quickly, they can just knock out the active. So at least the one in the bench will be a little bit safer. And we have Passimian in the bench set up. And it looks like our opponent is playing Blissey V, which is very explosive in terms of attack. I have yet to build a deck with Blissey V. I'm pretty sure it's really fun. I really want to try it out. But when it stacks up its energy, nothing will survive. But one of the best things about this build is we can actually use, speaking of, the Scroll of Skies. So when our opponent builds up a lot of energy, any of our rapid strike Pokemon can just use it as long as it has a lightning energy on it and another colorless energy, and we can attack and potentially knock out a Blissey V. So I'm gonna attach a Scroll of Skies on Passimian, which hits for weakness against Blissey V too. So we're just gonna go with that. I'm gonna use Quick Ball, discard the lightning energy, and I'm gonna get another Zeraora V just in case. Put a telescopic sight and put another Zeraora V in the bench. I actually should have just gotten a Remoraid to set up a Octillery. We're just gonna cut down, and we were successful in discarding the energy, and that actually helps out being able to discard the energy from Cramorant V, because now if they don't have a switch, they can't attach an energy for Cramorant V to hard retreat, and at the same time put an energy on Blissey V for it to start attacking. So they're gonna get another Blissey V with their Quick Ball. They'll need a switch to switch out, but they have a Professor's Research, so they're probably gonna get a switch, maybe. Oh yeah, there it is. So this Blissey V will be able to do damage on our Sneasel, allowing it to grab up to 3 energies from the discard pile, and they're gonna put more HP on it. There it is, 40 damage. But you know what? Our Sneasel actually survives. One way we can take care of this is actually, if only we can draw into more cards. Get another telescopic sight. We can evolve into Weavile using Evolution Incense. Or we can use Quick Ball. We can get a Dedenne GX so we can draw into more cards. Let's see, come on. Let's get some good cards here, Dedenne. Oh, we get Octillery though. It's not good. We should have just gotten a Weavile. But then, you know, we don't have guaranteed energy on any of our Pokemon, which we won't be able to attack anyway. So I'm just gonna go and cut down, but we were unsuccessful. So we're gonna lose a Pokemon here, but we do have Marnie. I'm probably gonna use Marnie on my next turn. Oh, but they're gonna Boss's Order. Okay. They're gonna target Zeraora V with the energy. Let's see. I think. Oh, sweet. Okay, so they didn't knock it out. That's good. That is good. I was almost afraid because I can't. I can't count their energies right now. We have Tower of Waters. I'll just put that in play. We can just retreat freely. I'm gonna go ahead and Marnie. That's gonna give them extra cards, but that's fine. We do get energies though, which is great. Let's see. Let's use Pokegear 3.0. Get a Corina's Focus. And I think I'm probably just gonna retreat here and put a lightning energy on Passimian. I'm gonna go ahead and just sacrifice my other Sneasel. The other one has energy, so even though it has damage counters on it, having that energy there makes it more usable than the one without it. So we're gonna lose a price card here unless they use a boss's order again. But if they keep attaching energy here, I think 6, 7, 8 energies. What's 8 times 5? Okay, 10 times 5. That's 500 damage with this Passimian. So we have a lightning energy on it. We get a Weavile from the top deck. Let's go ahead and evolve. We can just put an energy on Passimian. We can use Grab Drop and just knock out this Blissey. Ooh, we get Remoraid. Cool. So that's gonna be very useful. And we have Evolution Incense. Let's just knock out this 1020 damage against this Blissey V. Oh, that's crazy. Because we were hitting for weakness. They didn't have a weakness guard on Blissey V, and they had too many energies. I think that's why Grab Drop is such a great addition to this build as well. Just being able to hit with any of your Rapid Strike Pokemon, it doesn't matter how weak they are. They become they become, you know, deadly fighting machine with all of these with all of that, with the attack power with the right energies attached to your opponent's Pokemon. Let's go ahead and get Octillery, evolve our Remoraid, and we can actually set up our let's go. I'm just gonna retreat into Weavile. We can 2-hit KO this Blissey V. Let me just search the deck for a energy card for our Zeraora V. We can attack the next turn. We have Marnie. We can use Marnie. That may disrupt their hand. If they have a switch there, I'm hoping that we remove it, because if they don't switch out, we can knock out this Blissey V and just win the game with Zeraora's attack in the next turn. So let's go ahead and 2-hit KO. Blissey V has 4 retreat costs, so if they don't have any switch trainer cards, if they hard retreat, they'll have to expend those 4 energies attached to Blissey V, and they're basically gonna end up with no attacker. So let's see what our opponent does. And that's why Weavile is such a disruptive Pokemon. It puts a lot of pressure on your opponent, and retreating becomes a very difficult thing to keep doing. So even though we only have 2 Weavile line, it's enough, I think. And they're gonna hard retreat. There it is. They lose all that energy. They'll have to build it up, and that's, you know, having no energy, it's gonna be hard for our opponent to attack. But you know what? Cramorant V is actually weak against lightning. So even if Zeraora attacks for 100, it's gonna be double the damage against this Cramorant V. And now we have access to that bench attack. So let's go ahead and retreat, and we can just hit the Galarian Bird in the bench for 4 prizes, winning us this game. So man, Weavile, Zeraora V, insane combo, insane. Okay, we're gonna go first. Our opponent's gonna let us go first, and I don't mind that at all. We have Zeraora to go into the active, and then Remoraid to go into the bench. I'm just looking for one more video to add to this Zeraora V. Hopefully this is gonna be the last video. We can set up our Remoraid in the bench. And we are up against an Eternatus VMAX. Okay, this is my first time going against an Eternatus VMAX. You know, I don't really mind. I don't mind this matchup. The fact that I have WEAVILE in this build really gives me a lot of confidence, you know, to go ahead with this matchup. Matchups like these really gives me a lot of confidence with WEAVILE in my build. We just gotta set it up. We just want energy. We'll be fine, right? Let's go ahead and use Bird Keeper to switch back into Zeraora V. We have Tapu Koko, and we have to set up basic energies in our discard pile. I'm just gonna attach in a Zeraora V this time around. Let's go ahead and use Pokegear 3.0. We don't get anything, unfortunately. I'm gonna use the Pokeball to discard that, and I'm just gonna go for a Dedenne. I think we can spare a WEAVILE. Let's go search, make sure we don't discard carelessly. So we have another WEAVILE, so we can spare this. Let's just discard all of this. Okay. We have a Evolution Incense. Let's get our Artillery. We can't. Oh, okay. We can evolve now. Let's evolve that. We can search for a Sneasel to set up our WEAVILE. And let's see. Well, Passimian. No. I think Sneasel would be the best option because we have to evolve it anyways. And we have a WEAVILE, so that's good. Alright, so let's put that. And I'm just going to CrossFit to do 100 damage on this Eternatus V. They can evolve. Eternatus VMAX decks are really quick. So then they, they have a Professor's Research. They're probably going to draw into a lot of Crobat. And then they're going to draw into more cards, more basic Pokemon in their bench. And they can just knock out our Zeraora V. But that's okay. I'm okay with that because Tapu Koko is in our bench. We can just easily get another Zeraora V in to put into our bench. And then we can use Tapu Koko to energize one lightning energy on it. And then just get another, use Octillery to get a Rapid Strike energy and attack with Zeraora when we need to. But unfortunately, they bump out our Galar Mine and they don't knock out our Zeraora V. Okay, that's actually pretty good. That's great. It still has 240 HP though. Still much to go. We can't just knock it out just by using Zeraora. So I'm gonna go ahead and get WEAVILE, evolve into WEAVILE, and most likely it's not gonna survive an attack. I would have, unfortunately, I really wish we had that Galar Mine still in play. You know, I'm just gonna use Bird Keeper to switch, and I mean I could put Blaziken V, and we can evolve into VMAX. We can use it on clutch moments here, so it could prove to be useful in this matchup. Although, you know what, I only have one Blaziken VMAX line in this build. I really don't focus my my attention on Blaziken VMAX unless I really need to. I'm just gonna put a Lightning Energy because even if they knock out our WEAVILE, Tapu Koko will have 2 energies to attach. So I'm just gonna 2-hit KO. Again, they'll have to use some type of switch to get this Eternatus VMAX out of the active. They don't have any more attackers in their bench, so they'll have to find a way to switch and then switch back out. That's gonna be, they'll have to, otherwise they'll lose this Eternatus VMAX. They're gonna Marnie, that means they don't have any switch. They're gonna draw into 5 cards. They may have a switch. They may play Crobat V to draw into more cards. They're gonna attach an energy. There's a Crobat for 3 more cards. Let's see. Do they have it? They don't have it, and they're just gonna knock out our WEAVILE, and that's gonna be it. I mean, not it, but he can get 5 prizes off of this. All we have to do is search for our Passimian. There it is. And we can get 5 prizes. Yeah. So let's see. We just have to pick a target. Let's use Dance of the Ancient. We can use it on Passimian and also Blaziken. Yeah, I'll put in Blaziken. And put that to get rid of their stadium. And we can actually still attach an energy. So we can just put it on Passimian. We can use Grab Drop on this. You can attack using Grab Drop on this guy. I'm gonna Cross Fist, and I think I'm just gonna attack the other Eternatus VMAX because they don't have any other major attackers on their bench right now. So most likely they're gonna have to attack with the other Eternatus VMAX, and with 220 damage on it already, we can just finish it off with Passimian. That's what I'm thinking. But we can also use Blaziken VMAX, hit for 130, and that's gonna be enough to knock out this Eternatus VMAX if they can't heal it back out. So yeah, this WEAVILE Zeraora V combo is insanely powerful, and they're just gonna dread N, and that's gonna be game. That's gonna be game. I'm just gonna put well played. That's it. I didn't expect that to be that, but it is what it is. I'm gonna go ahead and just get my Scroll of Skies so that we can hit for a lot of damage with this Passimian. That's gonna be 220 damage against this Eternatus VMAX for a knockout. Yes, Passimian, guys. Passimian can knock out a VMAX. So, good game. Good game to our opponent. Zeraora V is such a versatile Pokemon card. Being able to hit both the active and especially the bench for so much damage makes it extremely powerful. And when you combine it with Weavile's 2-hit KO, you can easily take down a VMAX and a V Pokemon with just an attack from Zeraora V. The fact that you can take 4 to 5 prizes in one go makes this combination so awesome. While this build may still need some adjustment to make it a lot more consistent, I'm happy with its overall construction so far. I highly recommend it. Again, thank you to PTCGOstore.com for allowing us to receive PTCGO codes to give away. So if you're looking to purchase some online codes, click on the link below or use my code KNIGHT22 for a 5% discount. Thank you always. And that's it for the video. I hope you enjoyed it, and if you did, please don't forget to smash that like button. Let me know your thoughts in the comments below, and please consider subscribing to this channel if you haven't already. Thank you so much for watching, and as always, stay safe and have a great day.